Hello, podcast. It's your boy Kojo in the building, and we've been away for a minute. The year is wrapping up, and everything is moving way too fast. But we're back. We're back for our end of year special, the holiday special, the Kasa Podcast special edition. And today, I have in the house a very special young man here for the special edition. Uncle Tao, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, brother. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? You've been starving us.
I know, I know. I'm good. I'm good. It's been a minute. Yeah. I kept
Glad
getting
you're
text
here.
messages and everything. Hey, when are you coming back? I'm like, man, we're back now. We're back now. How was your break? How have you been?
Break is good. I think you remember I told you December. It's mostly chilled.
Yeah.
Um, but I had to work. I had to work the last 2 weeks
Mm,
because work picked up a little bit and was a little busy.
okay.
But hey, I'm in a festive season now. You can see
There
me,
you go. There you go. I
right?
can see your
Rocking center.
sweater. I
I'm
can see
rocking
your
center, bro.
sweater. Dude, you're ready. You're ready for this. I,
I
I
am.
am
I
not as
am. I
ready
can't
for
wait.
the
I
I'm
can't
not
wait. I
as
don't
ready
work
for
till
the
January 2nd. I don't work till
hmm.
January 2nd. So hey, I'm
Dude.
here.
So you're off
I'm
till the
here.
2nd of January.
I'm useless, bro. If you need me for
Man,
anything, come get
I
me.
I envy you so much. Well, I only have one more working day technically. So I work
Uh,
on Tuesday, then I'm off till the 3rd. So I would
I'll hit
probably
that, bro. So you have to work on Monday. You
I
don't work on
don't
Monday,
work
then
on
you work on
Mondays, so
Tuesday.
I'll work Tuesday and then I'll take my break. And I did not figure it out early. I could have given myself an extra day, but hey, you live and you learn. You live and
It's
you
all good.
learn.
It's
But
all
yeah,
good.
talking about the holidays, man. Any big plans? Any big plans for the holiday?
I mean, hey, I always say, right? Christmas in
Hmm.
America sucks.
It
Christmas in
does.
America sucks, right?
It
Around
does.
this time, around this time in our country,
Mhm,
where you
mhm,
and I are from, this is where we probably start. Well, at least I can say as kids, right? This is where you start, sniffing around, seeing when your mom and dad will give you.
mhm.
You start hearing the festive songs, right? You know, you start, I mean, we have this special one, right? The
Mhm.
24th song, right? We start
Yep,
hearing them,
yep,
and you start
yep.
hearing the jingle bells
Mhm,
everywhere you go.
mhm,
It's not a whole lot, right? But hey, at this point, it's only a week to Christmas, right? So you start
mhm.
hearing it a lot more, even on the radio.
Yep.
But
What
here, hey, even if it rains, you don't hear it, man. It's bruh, it's rough.
back home, this is a time if you live in the city is getting very full. Like
Yeah.
everybody and the mama's out. And it's
Yep.
like if you're in Accra, it's like people everywhere. There's traffic
hmm
everywhere. Then you know it's almost time. Schools are out. The trees are going up now. People who make pastries at home, they're buying the flour, the sugar is coming in, the eggs are coming in. You know there's gonna be some cake. You know there's gonna be some cake. You know that's why you start being a good kid. They're like, Tao, can you go to the market and get this? You're like, I'm on it. I'm on it. Like,
Yep.
say no
There
more.
was nothing like Santa bringing you anything. It's all your mom and
Uh-uh.
dad, so you got to be
Uh-uh.
obedient to them.
You've got to be. Yeah.
So,
We had our
yep.
our own way of getting children to behave, right? It wasn't the
hmm
Santa is going to get you something, but
Nah,
you
nah.
have to behave either to travel, right, to go somewhere, which was normally a big part of Christmas for people, right? You're going to go see family, you're going to go see your grandparents, your relatives, distant relatives if they don't live nearby, and so you have to behave effectively. You have to be a good kid, and then oh man, then the fabric is in. You're going to take it to the tailor to get your Christmas clothes and everything.
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot that.
Oh,
I
oh my
forgot that.
god! And
There
it's
was
this.
this tailor. There was this tailor
Mhm.
at in Kumasi. Um, it's called Hakaduna. This is the guy that my dad would always. Hey, by the time it
Ah,
even hits Christmas, right?
mhm,
My dad has already, given him the material. All we
mhm.
have to do is pass by one day after school and
And
get,
get measured.
and get measured, right? And so at this time we go there. We go pick it up, and
Oh
that's it,
boy,
bro.
oh boy. And for the people who don't know the trick, right? They're not getting the fabric to the tailor or the seamstress, but it's too late, right? You're not getting it before Christmas.
Oh
This is the
yeah, bro.
17th. So the
No,
parents who know, they give them fabric out in like November. So
if
by
it's not
now,
out now, you're not getting
you're
it.
not getting it. You're not getting it. And we always talk about this. I don't know if it's something they learn in their trade, but Guinean cloth makers are just on another level. They're on
Oh yeah.
another level. They'll tell you
Yep.
you're getting it next week, and they look for the material when you're walking in. When
Oh
you're
yeah.
walking through the door, they're like, "Where did I put that stuff?" Man, preparing for Christmas. That's probably one of the things I want to ask. Growing up, and I see Geraldine in the building back again. You people can stuff people like that. Geraldine,
I
we,
know.
we we're
Hey,
trying
Jordan, we all got stuff, man. We all did. We all got stuff.
Geraldine, I'll take the blame for this one. It's completely my fault. I have been the one being the truant. And when we're kids, would have it written boldly on the walls, no truancy. And yeah, I'll be that first kid to play the truant. So I apologize on behalf of the tribe, Geraldine. We're back. Let us know if you have
Yeah,
some
man.
special Christmas plans. And I'm sure the tribe has some special plans for you, Geraldine. So get in touch. But let us know what plans you have. If you're watching the live stream, if you're watching later, in the comment section, just let us know. Just hit that like button and let us know what your plans are for the holidays, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell you our plans for the holiday. But Tao, let me get back to this. Growing up, were there any special traditions that you did as a kid or in the house, like around Christmas time? Was there any special thing?
Tears in my eyes, bro.
Ah, taking you
Tears in my
back, huh?
eyes. Man, two things I really remember
Mhm.
is the plastic colored
Ooh,
shades, spectacles,
ooh,
right?
ooh.
Dude, it's so dark you can't see nothing.
Ah,
But guess what? We're flexing in that.
dude,
We
you
are
need one
flexing
of
in that.
those.
That's man, that is definitely bringing tears to my eye. And we
Oh
also
my
get
gosh.
these
The
toy
guns,
guns
the
that
toy guns.
that boy,
Oh,
they have lights coming from everywhere. I'm like, wow,
and
how did they even get lights here? Right?
and they were
They
loud
got
as
lights everywhere.
they were
It's
so
loud.
loud.
Oh, jeez. But we loved it.
Oh
We
boy, oh
loved it.
boy, oh boy.
Those are my
Christmas
things,
growing
right?
up,
Those are my
man.
things. And I think I don't know, for some reason, maybe
Mhm,
that's probably the way my
mhm,
parents had it, or that was their
mhm,
tradition. I
mhm,
always felt 24th was Christmas.
mhm,
It got to a point, probably maybe when I was a teen, before I realized that
mhm,
Christmas is actually 25th. For some
mhm.
reason, the house that we lived in, everyone was ready
24th.
at 24th.
Yep, yep. I
That's
think
when
it
we
was
get
a
our gifts.
national thing even because of the song, right? Because of the Obi
Oh,
Kase
okay, okay,
24th
okay,
song. Everybody
okay,
thought, ah,
gotcha. So maybe it's not my parents. It's
yeah.
the way It's
It
yeah. Okay,
just
all right,
used to
got it.
be the
Yeah.
thing. Everybody was more excited about 24th, Christmas Eve
Hmm.
than Christmas itself. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
you
then you go around and like me bronya idea. I seen like my Christmas gifts.
absolutely
That is the time. That is the only time your parents allow you to go outside and ask strangers
and
for
beg for
gifts.
stuff. It was like trick or treat for
Oh
us.
my
It was
god,
like our
that is
trick or
it.
treat. That was our
That
trick or
was our
treat.
trick or treat.
We'll go out there and ask and for us, we wouldn't they wouldn't my parents wouldn't allow you to ask, but it was
Tears in
the
my
thing,
eyes,
right?
bro.
You go caroling, people come to our house, they would come with a band and everything, and you go caroling and you get presents. But yeah, that was the time. The one time it was okay to say, hey, where's my gift? Trick or treat. That's
I
an
told myself I'm
interesting
not gonna
one.
go to Ghana on Christmas anymore because you get strangers even ask you. As long as they know you're not from here, they have this. That's
Yep,
the only time they
yep,
are able to ask you. Me bring
yep.
your idea away.
Yep, they will, and actually even the airport and everything. I get asked
Yeah.
at the airport like, "Hey, it's Christmas time. Do something."
Yep.
Oh boy, let's.
I think the one thing I remember a lot
Mhm.
is on the 23rd or 24th. I'm not sure which when it happens, but my mom will start frying, baking and
Oh yeah,
frying
the chips,
these chips. We call it chips,
chips.
right? We
Oh
get those
boy,
chips, and
that
we
used to
would
be
chew it.
life. I used to be
We
life,
would chew
boy.
it deep. We would chew it late
We'll
in the
get.
night, and you wake up and you can't go.
Oh my god, that's right.
It's
That's
stuck in
right.
your
It's
teeth.
stuck in your teeth, man. That
Oh boy.
this is these are the things again. You talk about bringing tears to your eye. It felt like the Guinean experience, especially around Christmas, was almost universal, right? Chips
Hmm.
was one of those things, right? They get the flour, they mix it up with stuff, roll it, line it up, and then you cut with scissors, right? Cut, you
Yep.
fry it, and then boy, you're ready to go. And as kids, right? it always felt like you're not gonna get enough. And so you'd always try to get more. It's like
I
there
got a
is
story on that, bro.
now I'm gonna have to let you tell the story. You have to tell us the story. But
One
before you do,
time,
before you tell your
my
story,
mom did. Okay,
okay.
go ahead.
Before you tell your story, I'm going to put this one on here. This young man,
Okay.
Courage. We're dedicating today's show to Courage. It was
Oh,
his birthday yesterday. Happy belated
happy
birthday,
birthday,
brother.
Courage.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You promised to send a bill my way. Hey, if it's not up to $2,000, don't call me. But if it is, you know where to find
Courage.
me.
If
So
your name
yeah,
is Courage, you're probably stacked, man. He's good. He don't need your money.
he doesn't need it. That's why I had to
He
put
don't
on.
need your
Like,
money.
the deductible is high, $2,000. That's pretty high. But
Courage. That's a
yeah,
bold name. Oh, that's a bold name.
Courage, great guy. He
Yeah.
helped us with a website and everything. An amazing dude to work
Nice.
with. And
Good job,
happy,
Courage.
happy, happy birthday, brother. But Tao, let's come back to your chip story. I need that chip story.
Man, one time, I think I don't remember what year, probably
Mhm,
somewhere in the 90s. My mom was gonna surprise us Sunday school. So she was,
mhm.
making, these chips. She kept
Oh
making them.
my God.
And I remember I woke up one night. I don't know if I woke up, but like I think as she was doing it, I was also kind of consuming it, right? At the
Mm,
time.
mm.
I kept eating and eating and eating. As I told you, you can't get enough of it.
Yep.
We woke up, dude. My mom had it wrapped, like packed in these little bags. Bro, we woke up and there was only 5 left. I don't know if it was just me
What?
doing it or my siblings were also pulling some from the back. I don't know. My mom woke up, man. My mom was mad,
Oh
man.
boy, that's a lot
My
of
mom
work.
was. I don't know what
She
happened,
put
bro.
in the
I
work for
know.
Sunday school,
Dude,
and you guys
I,
just.
I know I was eating a lot. I know I was eating a lot, but at the same time, I thought it was a lot too.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it
Yeah,
was a lot. So
yeah.
my
A for a
brother
whole
and my sister
congregation.
probably. Oh my god, my brother and my sister was probably
They
pulling
helped
some from
out.
the
They
back too.
helped out.
They must have, because there's no way I did all that.
So
No way.
keeping it Sunday school like, right? If it was prepared for all the kids in your Sunday school, that means you and your siblings could have eaten all the 5,000 loaves of bread, or the bread that fed the 5,000, right?
Man.
You learned about
Jesus,
that stuff.
man, Jesus had it easy, bruh.
You
He had
guys
it
were just
easy. If he
monsters.
had people like us right now back then,
Oh, man.
man,
Yeah.
he must have been
Now
eating.
that's a good question. How many modern day people do you think you would have been able to feed with the bread and fish?
He must he must have, like, he probably got to get maybe some kinky and some more, because fish, we not who eats fish with bread?
Yeah, and I don't know
How
which.
did they do it?
I don't know how these 5,000 people ate, but if they eat anything like my people from Asamankese, I mean, come on, it's not. Two people will clean him out. Two people will be
There's
like,
no way,
dude,
man.
we need more bread. But that's a funny one.
5,000 people. Was it three fishes and one bread?
Hey, geez, Sunday school boy. I don't know. It's bread and
Bruh.
fish. Some bread, some fish. I think 3 and 2, maybe. I don't know, but
No
yeah,
water, no drink, no juice.
they had Fanta in the back. They didn't tell you. You know how I mean, there was the wine story. I'm sure there was some Fanta and soda story somewhere that was not recorded.
Well, it was a kid, so the kid wouldn't have wine, right? The kid wouldn't have wine, and unless maybe one of the disciples had wine sitting somewhere.
You've not
But the
been to
story that
Sunday
I
school, have
know,
you? Jesus
the
didn't
way
need
they had.
anyone to have wine. You just bring water. He's good. He's got you.
Well,
Just bring water.
I'm
He's
talking
got
about
you.
this specific story, right? This specific story, they didn't say he
Uh-huh.
had wine,
I don't
right?
think so. Oh, it
Well, the
probably
prop.
would,
Well,
it probably would
the
have made
problem
people
is,
consume a lot more. So that's why
man,
no wine was
he's
for the better.
smart.
Have you seen people at events drinking and eating? Normally, it would increase some of the
Yeah, I
capacity.
know, I know.
So we did ask for what people's plans are, and we still want to know. Share your plans for the holidays with us. Geraldine is saying plans. Plan is to be alone, no disturbance this Christmas. Sounds sad,
That's
but
me.
it's relaxing. Um,
That's
Believe
me.
me, Geraldine, a lot of people are there with you after a long year. Some people just need like 2 or 3 days away. I
No,
know.
It's been such a tough year. Every time
Mm-hmm.
someone asks me at work, "What are you doing for Christmas?" Right? They're going. Some people are going driving up to Canada to enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas over there for the winter.
Wow.
All that stuff. I'm like, I just want to put my. I mean, I just want to put my feet up, man. Do nothing. It's been such a tough year. I just
Mm-hmm.
need one buffer
Mm-hmm.
week. 1 week, I do nothing.
I can begrudge you there. We all need
Right?
one. That's the week where you do nothing. Yeah, and I think,
Mine starts tomorrow.
dude, good luck with that. I think
Do
you
nothing.
deserve it. You've earned your break, and
I'm probably not gonna get it with the kids, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah. And I have to ask. We'll talk about presents for them and what you're expecting to receive, but big plans, big plans. Any trouble?
No, I think we plan on traveling to Chicago to maybe spend at least the Christmas because the 24th is, I think it ends on it falls on a Sunday.
Okay.
So the plan is to go to church
Mm-hmm.
with the family,
Okay.
meet up with some of the family up there,
Mm-hmm.
probably chit chat a little bit, have let the kids run around a little bit, and then we'll come home.
Wear
That's the
them
plan,
out,
man.
wear them out, and bring
Yeah,
them home so
wear
you
them
can at
out. That's
least
what I mean.
relax. That.
Christmas in America
Mhm.
sucks. Like these kids get gifted all year, so I mean, I don't
Mhm.
even know
Mhm.
what to give them right now.
Yeah, and I can see how tricky it can be, right? If they have everything they've been asking for all year. Do you do the whole Santa thing? You take them to the mall and let them talk to Santa, ask for what they
Yeah,
want. You did that?
we we accidentally ran into center. We were going.
Accidentally.
Oh yeah, accidentally we ran into center. We were going to the store to get to get them some donuts, right? And that
Mhm.
was the day they were having center. They were doing this whole
That's
center
when
thing,
Santa
having family.
chooses to show up.
Oh man, center showed up. Apparently, you're supposed to book time with center, right? And
Mhm.
then you will pay, and you get a table,
Oh my
and you sit
god.
around, and the center will come. They haven't. So it's called breakfast with center.
Commercial.
Fortunately, we walked in. The
Mhm.
kids were dressed up in the same clothes, right? And a Santa saw them, and Santa came right to them, right? And
Oh
he
my
took pictures
goodness.
even before he went out to take pictures of people that paid to
Mhm.
come there.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
That was good then. So
It's
they
awesome.
Santa asked them what they wanted.
Probably right. He had a conversation with them. I didn't hear it. Right.
Uh,
Hopefully, what we get them is what they asked for from Center.
Hopefully,
If not, it's not my fault.
if not, you can just give your phone to them and tell them to text me. I have a few things I need them to be asking for. I mean, they could always ask for the Jordan 3s in a size 11.5,
You're
right?
crazy, man. You're
They
crazy.
can never go wrong with those. But I mean, if they
These
want to go
Jordans
with
be
the ones,
expensive.
the ones they get, I mean, not for, I'm telling them what they should ask Santa for, right? In 11.5s, I don't think Duke
I
is
hope they're
ready.
not listening. I hope they're not listening. But I think their mom got them Jordans. I'm
Really?
telling you.
That's cool. That's cool. That's good. That's good. That way, I mean, you get to surprise them. But are they sneakerheads?
Dude, they are toy heads, man. They just want some.
At this age, yeah, I don't even begrudge them. But guess
Yeah,
what?
he loved trucks. The big guy loved trucks, and
Hmm.
so anything trucks. So yeah, I got them. Hopefully they're not listening upstairs. But
I
yeah,
hope
we
they're
got them
not.
some trucks. I went to the merchandise store at work,
Hmm.
and I was like, let me get them something. I got there,
Hmm.
and there was one that I really liked. It had sounds, it had lights and everything.
Truck?
And I'm like, the right truck, right? It's big
A
machine truck.
fire truck.
It's not a fire truck. I think it's man, this kid knows it all. He called it backhoe,
Okay.
right? A backhoe. So he
Hmm.
has he knows it all.
He
So
knows
I
his
found another
toys.
one, right? I found another one that don't have lights or anything, but that's bigger. But
Hmm.
I'm like, this is gonna be a problem. So I decided to just duplicate it, just get the same thing twice. That's it.
That solves all your problems. I was trying to surprise
That's my
people with
problem.
Chris's presents, right? I was just gonna hide Chris in the back, and then the app just, StreamYard just gives me away. My brother, how
I was
you
wondering
doing?
when you're gonna bring him in. He's been sitting there the whole time.
I mean, I had to punish him for a minute. Sometimes when you're late, we have to leave you out of the studio for a minute, but I kid, I kid. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you all?
We're great. We're
Good,
great.
good, good, good.
We're talking about all the presents you got for us. What did you get for us this break?
Um, I mean, it's supposed to be a secret, so I mean, it's on the way to your place. So
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
when you unbox it, I want you to be surprised. So
You guys heard it here first. If I receive nothing, Chris has a lot to answer for, and I would make sure the whole tribe gets to know about it. Yeah, but what are your big plans for the break?
I mean, for me, my biggest plan is to have enough rest, right? Yeah.
looks like
Uh,
Man, looks like these. It
looks
looks
like
like
this
these
rest
30 year
thing is
olds. Man, these 30-year olds are stinking Christmas up. Jeez, man. I thought I was the only one that wanted to put my feet
oh
up.
my god.
Everyone wants to put their feet up. Jesus
I don't know how
Christ.
you're trying to put your feet up in your 30s. Like, what are we gonna do when we're 60? Like, what's gonna happen in the old people home when we get there?
no, Kojo,
Man.
this year has been very stressful.
Everyone, huh?
Transitioning from, I mean, one state to another, and I didn't
Wow.
have rest. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
this is the time for me to have enough rest before
Mhm,
the new year
mhm,
begins. So
mhm. I mean,
yeah,
Right.
I can't begrudge you, and I bet the semester two wasn't too kind.
I
Normally, they
was
can be very
yeah, it was
brutal.
yeah, but yeah.
I can imagine. Let's see
But
what
hey,
plans.
I have to have fun too. So I mean, I'm planning on having some fun. Maybe
Eh,
2 days of
eh,
lots of fun. Yeah.
you have something to tell us. What you mean having fun? What are you gonna travel? Are you gonna?
No, I don't think I'll travel. I mean, just have fun around with friends. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. You better clue us in whatever you're doing, because at this point we need ideas. Personally, I need a lot of fun ideas. I don't know what having fun looks like anymore. Again,
Uh,
sometimes I wonder if I'm in my 60s or in my 30s. Like I
I,
feel I
I mean,
feel
you can
too
drive around to
old.
look at Christmas lights.
Drive around to see Christmas light. Oh, very, very authentic. Very. That's what
Right.
everybody wants to do.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and I think he's talking about Christmas lights. I think I'm the only person in my neighborhood who is really stinking up the place, because my neighbors,
Oh my
all the
God.
houses
You,
around me, man, the decorations are up. My next door neighbor, she and her husband just put all their lights on with the snowman and everything. And my building
Dude.
looks dry as like
I
nothing.
mean, dude, I dropped my coworker off, right?
Mhm.
She's Asian. She was like, we're driving down her block. She was like, yeah, look for the house that's dark. She did not even turn her light on. Her outdoor lights were not even on.
Yep. Yep. I don't even put
Like,
my outdoor lights on. I'm not that jolly. I think I'm the Grinch of my neighborhood, I guess.
you are. You are.
I
You
guess
guys
so.
suck.
Because people,
He wants to put
man,
he wants to put his feet up. You don't even do decorations. You don't even turn any light
no,
on.
no, I don't put any trees up. I have a Christmas joke for you guys. Why are Christmas trees terrible at knitting?
Why?
Why are Christmas trees so
Why
terrible at
Christmas trees?
knitting?
Because they're tall.
No.
That don't make any sense.
Well, this is why I don't get them, because they keep dropping the needles. By the time you take the Christmas
Uh,
By the time you take the Christmas tree out, your house is full of pine needles. Like they just drop the needles everywhere. That's why they are no
this
good at
year I
knitting,
did
and that's
something
why I don't like
different
putting
though.
them up.
But
This year
could
I
you
didn't
didn't
use
put up
needles.
any Christmas tree?
No.
Oh, why?
Again, the needles. Nobody likes tidying up after them, and I'm not
I
gonna get
know.
any presents of under them. So it's like, at this point, who am I trying to deceive?
It's
Maybe.
fun when you're putting them up, right? It's fun when you're putting them up. But sometimes when I'm doing it, this year I did it. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna
What
suck
am
to
I
put them out.
doing? Yep.
All right, it's gonna
Yep.
suck to put them out because the outdoor one I have a snowman family sitting out there,
Okay.
a mom, dad, and and a little baby,
Mm-hmm.
and Chicago's windy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to tie them up to the
Oh my
to the
gosh.
to the shrub that it
Mhm,
sit in front of,
mhm.
and I'm tying them, and I'm making a real tight knit. I'm like, I
You're
have to
gonna have
take
to
this
get
out
rid
in
of it.
January. I'll have to take it out in January. So it's
I
either
mean,
I cut it because I leave it out till spring, or I cut it
Cut
because
it.
I'm not trying to untie that knot.
Yep.
It's
And
cold as hell. It's probably gonna have snow on it.
pretty much, yeah, it's gonna have snow on it
Right.
by the time it's coming down. And that's what we always do to our future selves. We make some plans and some adjustments and we don't care too much until it comes down for you. It comes time for you to take it down.
Yeah,
Now
we
you're
only care
tying
about
it and
how
you're
nice
tying
it's
it
gonna
as
look.
strong as possible, and then it will be time to
Yep.
take it down. And it's like, and another reason, Chris, one of the reasons I don't like putting Christmas tree up. Generally, I don't like to think of myself as a very lazy person, but taking things down can be a challenge for me. Like if I put up a Christmas tree, it's coming down in October maybe. It's like that thing that's gonna be there, and I'm like, I know I
I've
need to
seen
get
people
rid
leave it
of
on
it,
all year. I've
but
seen people leave it on all year.
oh yeah, oh yeah. My grandmother used to have this tree. It wasn't really a Christmas tree, but she would decorate it up Christmas time. And when she's doing it, you know that it's gonna be on you to take it down some way, somehow. And you're like, I didn't sign up for this. And sometimes it would stay there till February until
Wow.
someone gets really yelled at, and that someone is just me. And then it comes down. So I just have this relationship with trees, Christmas trees. It's just like when I see it coming up, I know I'm gonna be in trouble putting it down. So now that nobody's forcing me to put it up, it's difficult. Let's see. Rashid is saying, I wish I could get a week off from work. I just have to make use of the holidays, 25th, 26th, and the first.
That's all week.
Rashid,
Rashid, that's all
that's
week.
quite some time. I mean, you go to work on the 27th and the 28th, but hey, it's still
Ghanaians don't work
quite.
on Friday anyways. They wear their, Ghana made dresses and they just go around and eat fufu. So the Friday they don't do anything anyways. 25th, 26th, those are like Monday. That's a
Monday,
Monday, Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Monday,
right?
Tuesday,
So
yeah.
you go to work on Wednesday and
Wednesday's
Thursday.
Ham's Day. You don't do nothing anyways. And third, man, you all Christmas, bro. You got a week. You good. You're
Essentially,
good, man.
Rashid is asking, how does that work now, Chris? You tell him you have a secret gift. You just took half the suspense away
I
from the
was wondering why
entire
he was
thing.
telling you got a secret gift.
I mean, we all know what that is code for, right? He had his back against the wall. He had to swing, and so he swung. And so, could you, because if Yabu is absent, we just let the joke go. That joke go. Boo Hive on holiday break. Yes, the Boo Hive is on holiday break. Ifya is taking her holiday plans a little too early. She's deciding to holiday a little too early, but yeah, she's out of here. So please, no more 30 plus jokes. We're going to let that 30 plus joke rest. But yeah, now that we've got the big plans out of the way, I'm probably going to do some travel and see if I can go see Chris, and he would show me around his town. But he said I should not come over because he's sending my present. I should stay here and unwrap it. but presents. Let's talk presents. Are we first? Are we done with our holiday shopping, Chris? Are you done with your holiday shopping?
No, I think I'll have to start this week.
You wait. You have to start
Yep.
this
Have
week.
to start.
How are
Yeah.
you gonna get the presents, wrap them, and send them and get them in time?
Oh no, I mean, for wrapping them, I can do that in a day.
And
I
then
mean,
ship them off.
present. No, presents. I'm supposed to ship off. I've done that already.
Aha! I was worried. I was a bit worried. I'm like,
Oh no. I
it's
mean,
the
Chris, are you good
17th.
at wrapping Christmas gift? Are you good at wrapping gifts in
oh yeah,
general?
yeah. Very
You
good.
are
Okay.
Yeah, very.
okay.
Very.
I've seen a
It takes
unicorn.
special
Let's take him
skill,
to a zoo.
Kojo.
Yeah,
Kojo, it takes a special skill to do that. It's not easy.
it's witchcraft. Wrapping gifts
Oh,
neatly,
right.
that's witchcraft. Like I
I
saw an
saw my wife
Instagram
do it.
reel of a
Mhm.
guy who's like he's doing his best to wrap it. His mother just picks a wrapper and tosses the thing, and it's neatly wrapped. It's witchcraft. I don't know how they do it. It's like folding fitted sheets for me. I can't get the
Yeah.
wrapping right. Like I can't ever wrap anything right. Like I
Yep.
give up.
Yep.
You
My
said,
wife is pretty good at it.
I think I learned how to wrap gifts when I was in like middle school. You know, during the last day of the term, you have to
Mm-hmm.
give some gifts to your teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you
International
have to.
school. My
I,
God.
I have to
Mm.
wrap gifts and give to my teachers. So I do that myself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, our day when
Our,
you go to our day, we just give them half of our Fanta.
You people had our day. Okay. Oh.
We just
you,
give
pe-
them half of our
you
Fanta.
people went to rich people's school, so you do our day and gift your teachers and all that. Hey, you, if we show up for the last day of school, that is our gift to you. That's our gift to you. But yeah, that's interesting. I never got around to learning how to wrap things. So I always take advantage of the stores and their generosity, Macy's and JC Penney's and all those. They'll help you wrap it. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll let you wrap it and I'll take all the credit, like, as though I did something. But I can't wrap anything. Round the cylindrical things don't work. I like how my grandmother would always do that thing where it looks like a toffee. It
yeah.
looks nice.
Yeah.
I can't do it every time.
You
I
can't
have
do it. You
I
can't
have
do that.
tape.
You can't do that wrapping with the kind of wraps we have here, right? Because it's paper. The wraps we have in Ghana, they have these rubber
Yep.
type,
Yep.
as yeah, like
Silvery. I don't know what
yeah,
they do. It's plastic, but it's weird. It looks like
it's
shiny
weird.
with
Yep.
some.
You can't. I've tried doing that with our wraps here. You can't do it. You're gonna mess it up.
It's the tape. Wrapping it is fine. It's only when I have to put tape on it, then suddenly I don't have any fingers. Like my I get so clumsy, and you're done taping it, and when just getting the tape to like tearing the tape, the whole thing will
Oh,
get
yeah.
mushed up.
Just
Like,
like you said, go to JC Penney or the Coases, and they
yep,
have them wrapped. And put your gift in, and then the
yep.
only thing you're probably gonna do is put a little ribbon on top.
Mhm.
Good to go.
One of my students got me a gift, and the way she had wrapped it, I was like, how do you people even do this? They do that thing where they use the bow to go around, and then the knot becomes this neatly tied bow. I'm like, geez, you people have
Talking
to.
about wraps, right? Talking
Mhm.
about wraps, I got a question for you and Chris. So one time, my one of my American friends and I were exchanging gifts. We went out to eat. The family went, and then we all exchanged gifts. When they gave us the gift, we just sat it down. We didn't
Mhm.
open it,
Mhm.
but we saw them just
Oh,
opening their gifts
yep.
and then looking at it right away, right? And then we
Mhm.
also opened our gifts.
Mhm.
And I started thinking, why don't because in our culture, or at least from what I'm used to, we don't
Mhm.
open the gifts. We take it
Yep.
home.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. And I start thinking, why do we do that? Is it because we don't want to? We've seen someone work so hard in wrapping these gifts, and then right in front of them, we're just going to be ripping them out in front of them? Or what is it? Like, is it about the wrap? Is it about just taking it home and, getting more of the surprise? What is going on? Why don't we open the gift in front of people?
I think it's a cultural thing more than anything else. Culturally, we don't like to show our reactions in front of people, right?
Mm,
You don't know what's in there. You don't know how you're going to react. Normally, reacting in the comfort of your home, right? And being able to send your thanks the next day sort of gives us, yeah, I've seen that a lot, and now I've become that person who takes the present and starts unwrapping it in front of people,
right.
even though I
Right.
was
Yeah.
I was raised differently. But yeah, I noticed that too, where it's like they get the present and immediately get into ripping it open and then seeing what's in there. And
Because to me,
yeah,
if you're gonna do
culturally,
that, I might as well just hand it over to you then, right?
mhm, yeah. But it's the culture, and normally you see their reaction, and people are very thankful and they would let you know immediately. But yeah, it will create some confusion if you have
I
friends who are
felt it
not
was
used to
yeah.
that.
I felt it was weird, and it made sense that you open it right away because apparently
Mhm.
for hours there was a card in there that had a message on there, and they
Okay,
needed us to read it so we
and
could
give
all
a
see it, but we
response.
didn't do it.
Huh, huh. So
Right? We didn't
now,
do it, and so it was weird. And so I mean, I'm doing the same thing as you do now, right? I'll open it
yep,
right in front of people, and there
yep.
we go. But like, it's interesting. It's one of
Mhm.
the most interesting things. One of the different all the cultural shocks when I first came in here. I'm like, you just
Mhm.
ripped the gift.
Mhm.
You just
Yeah.
ripped the wrappers right in front of the person. Sometimes they spend a lot of
Right
time
there.
wrapping these gifts, right?
And so now, if I'm going to give a present to someone, I'm going to meet. Like if we're meeting up and I'm handing you your present, I don't sweat wrapping it up so much. I would normally just put it in the bag and then put the wrap on it. You know how you can make it look pretty without having to wrap everything because the person is going to rip it all open anyway. So I do that sometime. I do that sometime. So yeah. I can see
Hey,
how the cultural
I had a
differences would
kids.
go.
I had a kids walk in here, man.
Hey, maybe they want to be live. You get I don't know if
No,
you
no,
want to.
no.
No, no. I thought about it. I thought better of it. Yeah. They're like,
They left.
yeah, we're here to hear about the presents and wrapping it
Yeah.
and
No,
putting them
but
on the.
talking about talking about gifts, right? My wife
Mhm,
sent me something when we were thinking about getting gifts for the kids.
mhm,
She sent me one line. She said, I asked her, "But what do we get the
mhm,
kids?" And
mhm,
she said, something they need,
mhm,
something they do,
mhm,
something they read, and
mhm,
something they want.
mm.
And that's it. She sent this to me like 12 a.m. at night. And I woke up and I was like, wow. She's like, you get them something they need because they will need it throughout the year.
Uh-huh.
And something they do because if something they actually do, that means they'll be doing it throughout the year and they're not going to
Yep.
need more gifts.
Yep.
And if it's something they read, they'll be reading it throughout the year. And if it's
Yep.
something they want, they would want it all year. And I was like, okay, it's a lot of work to think about this. But
Mhm,
once you get it right, you will get a best gift. So if you're listening and you're planning on how to get a gift for someone, think
mhm,
about these 4 or 5 things: something they
mm,
need,
mm,
something the
mm,
person do, something the person read, and something the person want. And I'm pretty
mm.
sure if you know the person, you'll be able to tick all these boxes. And you know, if the
That's
person
wonderful.
is not on your naughty list, and you're gonna get them something, that will be the
That
best way to do it.
that is a wonderful criteria for getting people gifts. I've never really had someone put it that succinctly. Something they need,
Yep.
something they do, something they want, and
Something
then
they
something they
read,
read.
something they, yep.
Something they read. That's a good gift. Now I think I have to start thinking of giving out a lot more books for Christmas because I have read so many books that have really impacted my life, and I feel like, huh, these will be good gifts to give someone, right? You know, um, especially if they have some of those lessons in there. Chris, do you have a way of thinking about how to give people gifts? Tao has just shared one with us.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything that Tal said. And
Mhm,
most times, I mean, in knowing that you have to pay attention to what a person, I mean,
mm,
likes or what the
mm,
person needs, what the person does, and
mm,
even read, you have to know what kind of books the person is into, or maybe
mhm,
what the person will like.
yep,
So I think in order to get that right, you have to pay attention to,
mm.
I mean, whatever the person does.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes people also give you hints about what they want.
What they want. Yep. Especially with kids, right? Especially with your kids, style, it will be good. They will probably have dropped the hints, and I know they talk about it, and you can hear the kids
They
talk
do.
about it, and
They do.
building on that and coming up with traditions, especially knowing what to give our friends. I also had one of this from either on Instagram or a podcast or something about how this man goes about getting his kids gifts, and I felt it was interesting, and it's one that Chris and I talk about some of these things a lot. So it's some one that I have to share with Chris so that he uses whenever he has kids. Right? He's like on their birthday, he has a daddy child date where they'll go for pancakes and they'll have a conversation, and you'd ask them what their fears are, what their dreams and hopes are for the coming year. And then when he gets back, he writes them a letter, and in that letter he addresses their fears and like when on your fourth birthday you were really afraid of school, your first day of school, being away from, and he writes all these things and all the things they wanted at that age, and he seals them and he says he puts them away, and on their 18th birthday he's going to give it to them, and you're getting this present from your dad that is everything you've talked about every year over that period. But then he also asked them,
Yeah.
what would you like to have? And then he would give that, and that's the gift they get for the holidays. I think it's
Because I'm doing something very similar. All right. And
mhm,
I'm doing it now.
mhm,
Um, all my kids have, an email address. As soon as
mhm,
we have you, I get your email address and all of their milestones. It's very easy instead of
yeah.
writing a letter, right? Just like the guys doing it. If you have the time to do it, it's
You
great.
do an email.
But I'm sending them every time. Oh, maybe their tooth came out. For their first tooth came out. The first tooth went out. I send
Mhm.
them an email saying this today your tooth came out today. It's easier, and I'm saving it because on their 18th birthday I'll just hand over the email and
And
the
the
password and everything to
password.
them.
Huh.
And it's like a whole timeline
Hmm.
of their life, right? I
Your
wish I
life.
had it. When was the actual day and
Hmm.
time that
Hmm.
maybe I had my tooth came out. I don't know that, right? I can guess, but like
Mhm.
having the actual timeline of things
That's
is
beautiful.
great.
That's beautiful. And these are
Yep.
things we can learn. I know a lot of people are doing the email thing lately. If you haven't, start thinking about it. But
Yep.
talk to people, especially if it's someone you want to give gifts to, your family, your kids, your spouse. Go on a date, random date sometime, and ask. Make it a point. Like hide it somewhere in the year where you spend time with them and you ask them some of these things and get it for them on the holidays. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Something they need, something they do, something they read, and something they want. That's a wonderful. I don't want to ever forget those. That is a wonderful criteria, man.
Yep.
It's going to come in handy whenever the time is up. We would be getting things for our kids that
You're not
they
gonna
would
get it wrong.
really, yeah. And Rashid reacted to your comment. Could you get me a tissue? Tao and his wife got me in the feels. That's the point.
Hey,
That's the point. They're here to one educate us. I'm learning a lot from these conversations, but also sometimes it can hit you in the feels, makes you know want to be a better person. I'm going to do better, right?
yep.
Okay. So now we've talked about the gifts we're given. Chris is about to start his gift purchasing. What are we expecting? Tao, what's on your Santa wish list? If you were on Santa's lap,
Bruh,
what would you tell him?
I'll tell him, can you let the kids keep quiet and stay away from me so I can have a week to put my feet up? That's all I want, man. I need nothing.
Yeah, you're a rich
That's all
man.
I
You
want.
need
No,
nothing.
I
You
mean,
have
hey,
no
I'm
cares in
telling
the
you, man.
world.
I'm telling you, just
Mhm,
30 plus. I don't know. If you ask me something right now that I
mhm,
that I would want for Christmas, I won't
mhm.
be able to tell you, man. I
Man,
won't.
that is a blessing. That is a
We are
blessing.
we are at the age of giving. I don't know if you call it blessing. We are at a giving age.
That's true.
It's gonna be a give until maybe until maybe a couple of more decades, and then these kids will
Then you would
start learning
receive.
how to write. Yeah, so we are the stage of giving. I remember I was listening to this guy who says, when you are, this is not religious, by the way, so don't quote me on this. But if you are at a very young age, you are in heaven. Everything is provided. Everything is
Hmm.
provided for. You don't do nothing.
Hmm.
It keep give, and then you kind of graduate from that into adulthood, and
Yep.
it feels like hell. Every day feels like hell because you got to provide to
Hmm.
someone else. So
Uh,
that's just what it is. I'm not at the age where I care about what I get. No.
nice, nice. That's wonderful. And I think, Chris, do you have anything on your list?
Wish list.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I guess that's the point Tao is making. There are phases in life, there are seasons in life, and sometimes we get to a point where we're not really thinking of what we get. I I did look at my Christmas list, my Christmas shopping list, and it's a long list. I looked at that list. That thing spanned like in my plan I spanned 2 pages, and I looked on there and there's nothing on there for myself. And I'm like, what kind of list am I making? I remember when I used to make that kid when I list when I was 7, like toy cars, like that, like me. And it's like now you have to force yourself to even put something on the list for yourself. Like else there's gonna be nothing under the tree for you because there's really nothing you would really want to you may have some things, but they're not as important to make it onto the list. And it's interesting. It's interesting. So now that I know that Tao is expecting nothing, I know exactly what to get for him. Chris, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes you want something, but
Mhm.
I don't know. That's how I think. You don't think anyone can buy that for you or do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. I mean,
The other day I had a conversation with a couple of friends and we're talking about that, right? The things we normally people do that for their birthdays, right? Not for Christmas, but things that you want that you're like, nobody is going to have to get this for me.
yeah.
I am getting this myself. And for me, I'm even ashamed to talk about what it is, but I always tend to. I promise that's the last time I'm getting one, and then my birthday comes around and I'm like, yeah, it's a birthday, let's just get another one. Oh, Max is here. Tao, remember you're talking about how Christmas is not fun on this end. This
Mhm.
young man here just ditched.
Oh, yeah.
He
That's
just bailed.
yeah.
Right after he finished his exam, he just went off to Ghana. And the way this guy's enjoying himself, sending me the snaps and everything.
He's a smart
Maxwell,
man.
Maxwell, keep your Ghana to yourself. Don't
He's
send
He's
me
a smart man.
snaps or anything. We
wait,
don't
wait.
want to see it.
He's just flooding my snap.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have this conversation another day.
Mhm.
But I think Christmas in Ghana, a lot of people in Ghana will probably say the same, that it's changing a little bit. Or maybe Christmas in the crop,
Mm,
right? It's becoming a bit more foreignized, so
okay.
probably a little different. But we can have that conversation
No,
for
wait,
another day. I'm not gonna.
we can touch on a few things on that. I think I'm curious to hear what people are thinking.
Because right now, when you listen to people on social media, right, and even Maxwell, if Maxwell is showing you his Christmas stuff that he's doing, it's mostly about I'm going to this show, right. I was on Twitter and I saw the list of shows that would be done in Accra or
Mhm.
in Ghana
Yeah.
during the festive season, right. And it's like, I'm like, do you have time for family?
No.
Do you have time to do this little corny stupid things we did when we're kids? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
So I don't
Mm-mm.
know, man. It's been, I get it, times are changing, but man, if we lose our Christmas tradition, it's gonna be a problem.
And I agree with you. Even last year, you see the what the masquerade dance they do, whatever they have
Hmm.
in Takrady.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You had a lot of these groups coming from the US, and the masquerade thing that is supposed to be, neighborhoods competing amongst each other.
Hmm.
It's a
Hmm.
fun tradition for them. It's been
Oh, I didn't know that's how it
completely
is.
that's what it is, right? And you're coming
They
up with
have
the best
communities.
costumes, the
Okay.
best masquerades, and everything, and it's competition among the communities. But I know these days it's becoming very commercial. A lot of these groups from the US going in
Yeah.
there to rip it up, to dominate, and it's losing some of its, some of the essence is going away. It's becoming
It probably would.
the burgers
Probably
are
would.
taking over. The burgers are taking over. Uh,
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think? Is it changing for you too?
I mean, I think it's changing because I mean people are seeing things differently and people are trying to do different things now during
Mhm,
Christmas. So
mhm.
yeah, it's changing.
But changing it, the change itself isn't much of a question for me. As should we prevent some of the change? Should we draw a line? Are there things we need to maintain?
I think it's mostly maybe family based though.
Yeah.
Chris, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think it's family based. I remember when
Mhm,
we started having kids, right? And my wife told me, um, we need to kind of have a Christmas tradition,
Yeah.
mhm,
right? And so I think each family, one thing you would realize, and I mean, and I know I'm bashing America, Christmas in America, but like when it's Christmas, these people they always have a Christmas tradition they
a
do. Either they're
tradition.
traveling to one person's house where they
Mhm,
spend the time, or they do something and they never
mhm,
they never sway away from it. So in
mhm,
Ghana, I feel like our cultural foundation is a little weak. If
mm.
buggers can just come and just mess it
And
up.
take
Then
it
so
over.
it was already weak.
It's on
So
us.
families needs to have a strong Christmas tradition.
Hmm.
If you do, you still get those done, and then you can have a few. You can go to a few shows, right? Or maybe we blend those in. Now
Yeah.
that we know it's changing, we do Christmas in terms of, oh, we are gonna go to this show and then come home and then rest and then go to another one. If that's what it is, then it's fine. But like, I think we need to have a strong Christmas traditional foundation, and then nobody can come mess it up. I'm a bit worried about where it's going though.
I agree, but my worry is that it's becoming way too commercial. Like Christmas has always been a commercial period. Business in Ghana is great during Christmas, but now it's like that is becoming the only thing. Even growing up, and that was one of the childhood memories I wanted to share. My brother is in the audience, and he'll back me up on this. But as a family, right? You know it's Christmas when the goat arrives. Like, there'll be the pickup truck would pull up and then the goat would drop. And then, yes, now we're going to have Christmas. And it used to be a little family thing, right? My brother, Kwesi, he's a skilled, how do they call that? Kalomo. You know Kalomo?
I
He's a
do not know
skilled
Kalomo.
Kalomo chef. So whenever they kill the goat and they're preparing it, there'll be pieces of meat. He would go and gather the small pieces of meat, have some hot
Oh
pepper
man,
soup going, and by the
he will be
time
my best friend then.
dude, Kwesi is just he took it to a whole new level. You take the bits and pieces of meat, like like give me some, and while you guys are preparing the goat, cutting it up, chopping it up, he would be in the kitchen sorting that one out. So by the time you people are done with the meat, he is
The
already
Kalomo
done
is
with the
ready.
first Palomo, man. Yes, do you see? Is that the stomach things? Yeah, my dear, no,
So
yeah,
much
my
things.
dear, no, those
Wow,
things, the towel and things. But yeah,
man, those are
those
expensive now. Those
those were
are
some of our
those.
traditions,
Yeah,
and it's
I'm pretty
true.
sure right now, if you're doing it, they're not gonna let him have it.
He will have it.
It's a delicacy now. So yeah,
He
you're not
still
gonna.
will
Yeah,
have it because I mean back then when we're kids he still had that much power. Now that we're big boys, I'm sure he'll be like, give me half the goat and would just give it to him because he knows what to do with it. But like, yes, we had those little things. The chips come in, the cake comes in, and as much, oh yeah, my brother just put the grandma cake. As much as we like the cake, what we didn't like was the beating the margarine and the sugar into that thing. Oh my gosh, I hated it. I hated that thing. Grandma would be like, hey, come on, churn it. And we'll be there churning the butter. It's like, jeez. Like at that time, we didn't have all those commercial, all these gadgets. You just put it in and it beats it for you. We had
yep,
to do it
yep.
by hand with a wooden spoon. Oh my god. No, I miss my grandmother and I miss just the Christmas. Oh my god, I will
Oh,
clean. You will clean the house from head to
I'm
toe and
pretty
do it
sure right
over
now, if you
again.
go to Ghana, you're not gonna go visit them. You're going to the shows. You're going to the Afro
Yeah.
Nation, the Afro whatever. That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah. I personally don't like going out. I don't like shows. I don't like concerts. I still would love to go hang out with grandma because she's got the best stuff. Especially Christmas. I remember last year around this time I was in Ghana, just enjoying time with the family. My brother was in town. It's always fun to have my brother in town, and it's like, yeah, we were enjoying. But you
Nice.
can't those are the things, and I think I agree with you there. As a family, we should have our traditions. We should have the things that we're not going to let go. Else, Christmas would change and everything else would change around us. And we may not like it, but keeping those small traditions alive is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Chris, you have any traditions for us? You didn't share your childhood stories. What happened in the Kwechenya household?
Oh,
What will happen on Christmas time?
Christmas time. As soon as I think of Christmas, I think of my mom's Christmas stew. Like my
Is it
mom,
chicken?
yeah, chicken.
Oh.
I don't know whether there's a particular spice
Mm-hmm.
during Christmas.
Just use this on Christmas.
It's different. Like Christmas stew is different.
It's different.
And we all, you had this this round biscuits. Is it Piccadilly?
Mm.
And
Mm.
yeah, it was Christmas was nice. We cooked
Oh,
and
those
then
Piccadilly, those
yeah,
little round with
yeah,
Fanta. Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was
That,
another one. There was
that,
another one grandparents had. It came in a round metal container.
mm,
the cookie pack.
Yes,
yeah.
with some packs of
After
cookie in
25th,
there.
don't
It
even
had
bother
some
opening that
partition.
thing because there'll be
Oh,
nothing in there.
yes, yes, it does have those petitions, and
Partitions with different type of cookies designed in different ways. Yeah.
believe me, having a full gift to yourself didn't feel as good as grandma calling you come
Come.
and then opening the thing and giving you just one of those was better than most of the Christmas
Yeah.
gifts we would receive. And it's like, what happened? What happened? Now people want big gifts, but man, we used to live for those moments where grandma would be like, just come over. You've been so good. And then she'd take one and break it into two and give you one and give and give your brother one. Yes, yes. He mentioned the color of that container was
It's
normally
blue.
blue.
Yeah,
It was
blue.
I don't remember the name, but hey, if anybody's in here and remembers the name, please drop the name of that thing in the chat. Drop the name of I know cabin is what we used to take for to school for um when we're in high school. Cabin biscuit was that, but that's the Danish cookies. That's the name. That's
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah.
Danish cookies. Oh my god, man. Childhood. Christmas used to be a thing. Kwejo is saying what? Kwejo, it is the Danish cookies, the round metal container. And after Christmas, it's used for sewing equipment. That is
That's true.
so true.
That-
That is every grandparent, every grandmother had one of those. When it's emptied out, we put it's a container for stuff. Yeah, they put the needles and stuff in there. But absolutely, absolutely, man, childhood memories. Christmas, Chris. Was there anything unique you did? Not as a family, as a group. Was there something you did personally for yourself during Christmas?
During Christmas. I can't think of anything unique. Every time we spend Christmas as a family,
Mm-hmm.
we go to church. After church, we come home. There's food. We enjoy, have fun, watch movies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Yeah.
So you didn't have any special Christmas activity you did by yourself?
No.
I see. I see.
I usually don't go out during Christmas. I always spend it with family.
Hmm. You're gonna have to come up with a tradition, especially in your cold place. You're gonna have to come up with your own Christmas
I
tradition.
have to. I have to.
Some hot chocolate and some what's that thing called?
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Some hot chocolate and some marshmallows, and some Christmas movies. Home Alone.
That is
Hey, I
that
think
is
I should
as
see that.
that is as American as it gets.
Yeah.
Marshmallow, and hot chocolate.
And hot
Jeez.
chocolate and
You guys are
marshmallows.
shameless.
Christmas.
In Ghana, it's cocoa tea, right?
When at Christmas,
Yeah.
during Christmas, my mom
Mhm.
used to make this ewe dish. It's called
Mhm.
jenkle. I don't know how, but I think it's similar to apeprensa,
Okay.
right? But
Oh.
as we call it jenkle, and that was like the Christmas dish.
Mm.
Have it with some chicken stew,
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh.
so good.
But I have a question though.
Nice.
Growing up, I don't know if this was your experience. I mean, chicken was chicken every time, but Christmas chicken just was different. Like
It's
the
like,
soup is just different. The food is. I don't know what it is with Christmas chicken. Like.
Man, I had an experience with this very, very stubborn chicken. So we went to get the chicken. You know how when you bring him home, sometime around this time is when they get him, and they will free the chicken to kind of roam around the house a
Yep.
little bit.
Oh yeah.
We had this tree and it was growing pretty tall. So now how we kind of hang some rocks on it so it pulls it down a little bit, right?
Yep.
This chicken knew what it was doing, man. I had him. I was trying to catch him. This was my last chance to grab it. And as soon as I lunged in, my head hit the rock.
Gosh.
And you know how in Christmas it's pretty cold, right? And we call it a pet, right?
Yep.
It's pretty cold. And
Mhm.
my mom had to stitch it.
Ooh. Ooh.
My mom had to
Ooh.
stitch it. So man, I had bad experience with these chickens, but man, I had fun with it though, because I really enjoyed it. I had an extra meat, right? Because like it has to be worth it.
Yeah, it
I
has
had
to
an
be
extra
worth
meat.
your.
Compensation.
Yeah, I had
And
an
I
extra
think
meat.
talking about catching the chickens, I think one of the things Christmas brought was that false sense in my head that I could actually be a Division One goalkeeper. Because I used to be great at this chicken stuff,
Diving.
boy. I would dive like
That's what I was doing. I was
needlessly,
diving like crazy, forgetting
needlessly.
there
Like
was a
the
rock
chicken
there.
is there, and it's like you're trying to impress someone. I don't know who you're trying to impress,
Mm.
but the chicken goes and you take a step and you dive,
I
and
don't think you try to
oh
impress
my
anything.
gosh,
It's
just
part of the fun.
fun. It's just
It's
fun.
part of the fun.
It's
And
a
when you are good at it, I mean,
Mhm.
anytime they are supposed to catch a chicken, they
They'll
have to
call
call.
you. They'll call
Oh,
you.
bro, I was good at it. I would catch it and
Ain't
then
no
get
kidding.
the head out and pull the
Oh.
furthest. I was good at. I can do that
Oh
in less than
my
an hour.
god. Oh my god. Ah, childhood memories, man. They would send all of us and then you circle the chicken. And then you start
Hmm.
going in slowly. And then funny enough, one cousin or someone would break the link and the chicken would go away. I'm like, ah. And then we came up with a strategy, a better strategy where you get some corn, you get a steak, and then you get a pan, like the basins, right? And you put the thing there, and whenever they go for it, you just catch it. But then it wasn't, you get a basket or something. It wasn't creative. It wasn't fun. It's the thrill of the chase. Like, I think I figured out why the chicken is so good on Christmas. Chase that chicken out around so many
Mm.
times. Their whole blood is pumped with adrenaline. So
Our neighbor, right? Our neighbor had, they have these free range chickens, right? And that's when they do. And sometimes because of the fun of it, we just join in and help them.
just help.
These free range chicken, they be strong, bro. They can
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah.
So, we try to, anytime you try to lunge in, they'll fly on top of you.
Yeah.
It's tough to get them.
Yep.
And they know when
those
it's
ones
time
are the
to.
hard meat too.
They know when it's time, because if it's like somewhere in May, middle of the year, you just ask them, they will get in the the chicken coop pretty easily. When it's December, they change, man.
They
They
know.
change.
They know. They can smell it in the air. They're like, it's Christmas time. We're about to go down.
They know. They know. They be
Oh,
flying, man.
Christmas was always something we looked forward to as a kid. Like, you can't wait for school to be out. We
Mhm.
talked about the fancy glasses and the guns and the big camboos and big jeans, denim on denim. Oh my goodness. The crimes were committed, the atrocious fashion crimes, the denim on denim crimes were committed as kids. And then, all the food, getting to unwrap your presents. And guys, Tao, I don't know, Chris, I don't know if you guys ever had this, but my church had this tradition where they would let people bring gifts to church and put it under the Christmas tree. And then after church, they would mention the name of the people who had gifts on there. And then you'd go and get your gift, right? And so if you had friends at church and you didn't want them to be embarrassed, you'd wrap something
It's
and go
like a
put it there.
secret Santa.
It's not secret per se. Well, you would know if the person tells you who it is, but like we'd all be
Yeah.
seated and they'll be mentioning names. And there are people who don't get gifts, right? And so you try to not let that happen to your friends. But then you'd always have that one friend, right? I'm not going to name any names, but maybe you have a friend called Kwame Akutu or something. Again, I'm not naming any names, who is like a jackass or something and wraps like 50 things and put it under the tree. Again, I'm not mentioning any names, but Kwame Akutu would be mentioned like 50 times. And he goes and he's getting presents and getting presents and getting presents.
He wrapped it
and getting
himself.
presents.
He wrapped it for himself.
And then
Oh,
you
gee.
find out it's Tupperware, wooden spoon,
Mm.
calabash.
It's always that one person.
He's not gonna sit there and get no presents, so he gets 50 presents and he doesn't open any of them. And remember what we were talking about, not opening presents because it's like a Ghanaian thing. I'm gonna open them at home. We know it's Tupperware, it's empty Tupperware. Like, that's the one we gave the chips to you. Oh my god. And Christmas cards. Those were also another thing. People used to be collectors. How many Christmas cards did you get? How many season wishes did you get? In Ghana, it's not much of a family thing where people send you a picture of their family.
Yeah.
But here you get a lot of that, and they stay on my fridge for a long time. I've had some on my fridge that have been there since like 4 or 5 years ago.
But I'm expecting
Wow.
a picture from you.
You're expecting a picture from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next year, I'll send you a picture of my family.
Of your family.
Yes.
Okay. I will send you a picture of mine too.
Yeah.
This
I used to-
year.
yeah. I used to do that. I used to do Christmas cards. I do it every other year. We should have done it
Every
this
other
year.
year?
We did it. Because
Mhm.
I said, because could I'll send it to you. I'll send you one
Okay.
for
Okay.
one. I'll send you one. The one we did with Duke.
There. Duke. That's one with Duke. Now that's the one I need to collect. Now that's the one I need
I
to
mean,
collect.
it's not. We didn't make one like a physical copy or anything. Normally, I'll
No, a
print them.
digital copy.
Yeah, this is like a digital copy.
Nice.
So
I had
I
people
just sent
ask
it.
my address to send me theirs. I think I had one yesterday and one the day before. It's always
Mm.
fun. And they always go in the fridge. It's one of those things. Season greetings come around and then you have all those family photos. But yeah, I can't wait for yours, Chris. And I will try and see what can happen. All right. Well, we're about to wrap up. Before we wrap up, again, this is going to be the last episode of a Kasa podcast for the year. We're wrapping up the year. 35 episodes in the year. I think we have our fans and our viewers and our listeners to thank. You guys have been amazing. But wrapping up on the highlights of 2023 and what we're looking forward to. For Chris, what was your highlight on the show? And what are your commitments for the show next year? I need to put you on the spot. Now you're on the spot. Look at the camera and tell us what you're going to do for us next year.
So next year, you are going to see me often, right? Next year is going to, you are going to show up more, right? If Ojo gives me the opportunity. So,
You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity. You have all the opportunities you need. Tao, what do you have for us?
Hey, I'm gonna try and be as supportive as I can, man.
Yeah. Supportive. It's like Messi going into the game saying, "Hey, I'll give as many assists as I can." Like we're trying to get you to be the star of the show.
I like how you see. I like how you're looking at it positive, man. It's good.
But aside the show, aside the podcast, what are some of the things you guys are looking forward to next year?
See, I have a problem with you guys putting this much pressure on the 20s, right? Since we got into the 2020s, I don't. It hasn't been that good, so I don't want you guys putting any pressure on these 20s. Leave them alone. Let them come and go. All right. Have your plans. Have your plans. Put them in your head. Don't put no pressure on these 20s. All right. They're proving to mess things up. They suck. Let them go.
God.
All right?
Oh my God. I can't laugh. Remember when we all had big plans for 2020? Oh, Vision 2020. 2020 is going to be the year.
These
That's
20s
how I
be
learned.
weird.
Yeah. But we have to still plan. It's scary.
Don't have any New Year resolutions. And every time we all have New Year resolutions, it puts a lot of burden on these 20s.
The year.
They're proving that they don't want it anyways. Just leave them alone.
That is the funniest thing I've heard. Like, okay,
Man.
so no, but personally, even resolutions there, I have been sort of laying off resolutions for some time now because boy, I resolved to do something and December 30th comes around and I haven't done it. I resolved not to do something and January 2nd I do it. It's like I set myself up to fail with resolutions. So I sort of decided not to have specific resolutions. I was going to do a more, open, grand. I'll do better with the gym. That's like, better is relative. I'll do better with, I'd buy less shoes. Again, less is relative. So I set more broad goals. So maybe Tao, would it be okay if we set broad enough goals?
Just leave them alone, man.
Just
broad enough. What do you mean by broad enough?
I would reduce
broad for who?
I would reduce my spending on shoes. That's broad. If I reduce it by $1, that's progress.
Just write it down and stick to it, man. Write it down and stick to it. These 20s don't like them.
They don't
They
like us to
don't.
put pressure on
No,
them, eh?
they don't. I'm
Well,
ready for 2030.
eh, eh,
Hopefully it's gonna be good. Yeah. I am.
for some of us, right?
It's only 6 years away.
Dude, for some of us, just saying these things put pressure on us because we feel like we're aging way too fast. Like
It's gonna
two
age
weeks
anyways.
ago, 2 weeks ago, I was 14 years old.
Dude,
Now I'm almost 40.
it's 209. It's 209 right now. It's gonna be 210. And I aged. The aging is coming. You cannot avoid it. Right? You cannot avoid it. Might as well just have fun as it happens, right?
Okay, okay. Kwesi is saying what? Handkerchief and soap were the popular gifts. Absolutely. Yeah. The ones that went under the tree, you'd get a pack of handkerchiefs, you get some soap. Yeah. Kwesi remembers those. Rashid is saying, I'm going to jump off the Boo Hive wagon. If Fia doesn't pay me at all for that. Plus, in
One
the
of the
Lover's
reasons why
voice,
FEI is
I'm
retiring.
too old for this. All right. Too early to retire from the Boo Hive, but don't stay on. It will help you. Quick question. Do you read meanings into Christmas gifts? Huh?
I don't even read meanings to birthday gifts.
Okay. Let's see. Chris, do you read meanings into Christmas gifts?
No. No, I don't.
Kwesi, I would answer this question for them. The only reason they don't read meaning into Christmas gifts is that they don't get any gifts.
Yeah.
So if you send them some, maybe they'll read meaning into it. I know the question is asking the question is asking where people are like, so somebody bought me shaving product. What does it mean? Somebody bought me deodorant. What does it mean? Listen, we interpret dreams and all those complex stuff. Gifts you can do on your own. It become a complex things like I had a dream and a mosquito was carrying an elephant. What does it mean? I can help with that, but gifts and meanings, like I may not be able to help. Humphrey's here. Humphrey's like ho ho ho.
Every time I hear that, it's very ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm hoping Humphrey's not getting ho 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 for Christmas. Else we would read meaning into that. We would read meaning into that. Yeah, hey, sometimes people can manage. People can manage.
Tough guy, Humphrey.
What do you think about deodorants and what colognes? Again, it's an easy gift people give. Personally, if you gave me some decent scents, I'd be happy, right? Kwesi,
I got bad nose.
Kwesi, I love them. Kwesi, I know you're listening. You know, anything in the Tom Ford collection, you can't go bad. You know, Fabulous is my favorite. Wood would be fine, but Kwesi, if you're thinking of scents,
sounds like the host lost his sound.
Yeah.
Could you lost your sound there? You're on mute.
I know. I messed up.
We can't hear you. But hey, Humphrey, you're laughing over there. So, I mean, and you give us 3 laughs. So maybe it's true. Hey, enjoy your Christmas, man. Kwadwo, are you back? I can hear the clicking sounds in the back, so maybe talk, we can hear you. Oh, now you went mute. Kwadwo?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes, I did this to myself. I kept playing with my mic and then I found out
I could see you kept tapping on it. I'm not sure what's that, what that is, but you kept tapping it.
Yeah, it's funny. We're doing a podcast and the mic decides to go off. Normally, if the camera goes off, it's fine. You can, but if the mic
I
goes
know.
off, then
People can
then you're in
forgive
real
you.
trouble.
People can forgive you. The video is bad. The sound,
The
no.
sound, yeah, that's the only job we do. But hey, we're about to wrap up on this holiday special, and I picked holiday special because, like, the devoted South Park fan I am, I always love the specials. I always love the holiday specials when we get some integrity weed, and it's always good. And so on the Kasa podcast, we don't give, again, it's only South Park references. We can't give away any integrity weed. And so we have a special show. then
Well, the timing is good too, Kojo. You know what? Because I mean, you
Mhm,
still got a week to Christmas, right? And we're giving
mhm.
you a lot of gift ideas, a lot
Yes.
of things to
Yes.
do, a
Yes.
lot of things to give people, what to expect when you're in your 30s. Nothing really. And so you still got time to prep yourself before the Christmas hits. If you're 30, give. You don't expect nothing back.
Mm,
And then remember the four types of giving something you do, something they need, something they want, and something they read. And you probably don't get wrong with that. So
yeah.
hey, you got a week, man. Chris is mailing stuff. You still got to wrap them. Um,
And hey, if you've not thought of any gift for the podcast, I mean, a sub would be great. A like on the video
mhm.
would be wonderful. Over the break, even though we'll not be doing our live streams, we have so many wonderful things coming your way. There's some new videos we'll be dropping. You can always check out the YouTube page and watch some of the videos, comment, leave a sub, invite friends, all those. That would be wonderful. It goes a long way to help the tribe. It helps us do what we do. It helps the channel grow. It helps the podcast grow. And so that would be a wonderful gift to the tribe. And it's been a wonderful year here on the podcast. It's been a wonderful year, doing this show with you. We've had some wonderful people: Rashid, Humphrey, Maxwell, Geraldine. Geraldine is like one of my favorite people who comes on here. She always comes with a spice, and it's so wonderful. It's always good to have wonderful people in the house. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for the gift, for our Christmas gift. You've given us a Christmas gift all year long, and we're very grateful. Thank you guys so much. Any last word, guys, and then we'll wrap up for the year. Then we can go on a Kasa podcast break.
I'll just say have a Christmas tradition. Even if it's just yourself, if you live alone, have a
Mhm,
Christmas tradition and stick to it.
mhm,
And then once you start having family, you introduce them to it, and you're not gonna regret it.
mhm, mhm. You're not gonna regret it, Chris.
Yeah,
Any?
try and give some a loved one a gift, or just if you can't give a gift, just try to catch up with family during this Christmas and then share some love.
Share some love. Share some love. That's powerful. My last words are: if you listen to the show, I'm good at catching chicken. If you have any Christmas chicken you need to put to the, just invite me. Shoot me a text. I'll show up with my hoodie and everything, and we're gonna go catch some chickens. I'm ready to help catch chickens. I'm not ready to put up decorations for my house, but hey, if it's chicken catching, even goats, I even can promote myself to catching cattle. If you need help, just invite me. I got you. I got you. So yeah, let's spread some love. Let's enjoy the holidays. Let's stay safe. Let's end the year on some very positive notes. And let's just meet again in 2024. Tao is saying we shouldn't put a lot of pressure on the 2020s. And so no pressure on you 2024. Just be chill. You don't know. You see your brothers 2022 and 2023. Just be better than them. Don't aim for 2020 and 2021. Like, no. But yeah, it's been wonderful having you guys. Again, like I said, we're going to take a short break, but we're not going to leave you completely without any podcast for the break. We're just going to be dropping material. So we look out for the website and on the YouTube page. We're going to be dropping things every now and again and keep you entertained and informed and educated over the break. But from us here at the tribe, for the last time in 2023, it's
Bye.
bye.